Here with Ramsey Nijem, obviously on a nice little roll in the Ultimate Fighting Championship leading up to this fight here. But I want to go back to your last fight. Despite the victory, lessons learned in that last fight versus Beneil.
Really, lessons learned is just believe in myself. Go out and fight the best way I can, and fight my fight. You know, don't let anything dictate what's going to happen in the fight except the way I approach it. Don't worry about what the guy's good at. Don't worry about, oh, I got to beat him here, and listen to the, people. I was a 3-1 underdog. And if I let that get in my head, I don't think I would have gone out and put on a performance. So really just trusting myself is one of the biggest things I learned. Trusting my team. We work hard. I have great coaches, and they know how to get me ready for a fight. And so just really trusting that.
A bunch of people came up to me on Twitter and they're like, who is Ramsey fighting? Carlos, Diego, who? And I said, you need to do your research because this is a tough cat. He might not have a big name, but he's a tough cat. Give us your scouting report on your opponent for those that don't really know much about him.
Yeah, he's very tough. I mean, he's undefeated. Like, it's not an easy task to be undefeated in the sport, to show up every fight and just to be mentally prepared. So I definitely expect him to come in ready to fight. Obviously, for a reason. You know, he shows up to win, and he's a high-level jiu-jitsu guy that comes from a very prestigious jiu-jitsu school, and I think he's won world championships in jiu-jitsu and decided to fight MMA, and actually has really good striking. So it's one of those dangerous fights anywhere, on my feet, on the ground. He can wrestle, so he's got it all. But, I really feel that I can overwhelm him in the sport.
I overheard you in your last interview, so I might as well ask the question. If you had a perfect fight on Saturday night, what would it be?
First round TKO. I really like to be violent when I fight. I don't want to go out there and just kind of pitter patter and lay on somebody, lay and pray and do this. I want to make a statement. Like, every time I go out there and I fight, I want people to be scared to fight me. Like, oh, that kid's, he's really coming at people, and he's out there to hurt people and make it a violent fight. And that's at the end of the day what I want to do, and that's the kind of fight I imagine on Saturday.
The main event, TJ Dillashaw taking on Renan Barão, obviously a spectacular main event in terms of a rematch. We'll get to the rematch thought in a second, but TJ's a favorite in this fight on a card that you're on. You're on the main card. You guys are all leading up to that main event. What do you envision when those two guys get back in the octagon?
I definitely think Barão is going to bring it a lot different. He's had a lot more time to train, a lot more time to prepare, but I really think so is TJ. And TJ was so able to overwhelm him that I really think that we haven't seen a lot of what TJ has. He didn't even take him down. I'm sure if TJ at any point wants to, probably be able to take him down and hold him down to secure the win. And so I really see TJ winning.
There's mixed reviews on the immediate rematch factor, because sometimes when a guy gets dominated, no, there's no immediate rematch. But then there's a guy that had an 8-9 year win streak. He deserves the rematch. What is your thought? What were your thoughts when you first heard that these guys are fighting again right away?
I wasn't surprised. I think at the end of the day, it's probably matters what's going to sell tickets. It's a business. A lot of people, it's a sport, but just like, any other sport, it's there to make money, right? Like, the NBA, NFL, they're not like not-for-profit organizations. They're there to make money. So I think it really depends on each fight. So obviously, the unbeatable Brazilian that was the world champion, unbeatable, and gets beat, and they're going to rematch the underdog kid in his hometown. I feel like that's an obvious one. Of course, that's what, if I was in charge of the company, that's what I would do.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call dropping science, and it's not rocket science. It's mixed martial arts science.
I'm a marketing major, so that's
Talk about a genius. Thank you very much for your time. Best of luck on Saturday night.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, guys.